And being on site, like talk us through that. What's it like at the top, dropping in for a run? Like at the top of these huge, huge cliffs. There's no
I
one
mean,
really
there's,
else up there, right? There's just kind of the guy with the radio and someone telling the heli to get in position. Like, what's it like up there?
I mean, it's crazy. Like they have a little screen for us, like in the tent up there, so we can watch all the boys drop. But yeah, you know when you're coming up and give all the boys some knuckles, and yeah, you're sitting up there, kind of watching the wind and kind of guess waiting for the right time, and you got the helis in the air, you can hear them, and yeah, heart rate's building up, and then I usually do 3 breaths, and then after the third one, I'll drop in and handle the run.
Handle the run. But I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I guess once you've done the first feature, it's probably just subconscious.
yeah, you're locked in. Yeah, like I said, heart rate's up. You're hyper focused on what you're doing, and yeah, ultimately just trying to get to that finish corral safely.
Yeah. I'm actually too scared. I want to go watch in person, but half of me is too scared because I know a lot of you guys and it just looks treacherous. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's safer and better for me to just stay at home because it just looks so huge from where I'm sitting and I'm not even on site.
Yeah, and like I think people assume that we're like super competitive and like in that mind state, but really we're all friends, like we all just want the best for each other. We all want all the other riders to make it down, and it's like a big family, like we all just work so hard for 2 weeks to do for this one day, and you want nothing more than for your friends to stomp what they've planned and work so hard to do and see them at the bottom safe and healthy.
That's awesome to hear, and it does. I do see that, and I've been around you guys and Slopestone. Like there's competition, but everyone wants the best for each other, and everyone wants people to get down safely as well. Like there's a lot of. It's a heavy week, it seems, for everyone.
Yeah, and like especially when you hear guys, like you hear people talking and like what people have got planned, like it's heavy, dude. Like the consequences are through the roof, and that's your buddy like eyeing up whatever they're gonna do, and you just want to be there full support, just wishing the best for him, just hoping he gets to the bottom. And when they do, it's just like a massive celebration, when everyone gets down and it's a successful event.
Yeah, man. It seems like going to war with each other, like together. What's like the gnarliest thing for you where you were like, okay, I don't really like the idea of that, but he's obviously gonna do it. Like what something scare you the last year you were there or
I mean, like my first year, like here in Tom was gonna fronty that big flat drop. I was like, fuck, man, like if anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be him, and I like believe in his skill, and I know that he can. But it's just such a gnarly move, like there's a lot of factors that could go wrong. But yeah, and like last year, Zinc doing the old icon sender flip, like you go and stand on that thing, and you're like, holy shit, man, like it's a heavy thing to like hear and see, but watching that, work out and happen for those guys is it's unreal, dude. And the stoke is on another level.
yeah, I mean, absolutely. Yeah, the consequences are just so huge. And like if they didn't have the skill set to do it, they obviously wouldn't contemplate it. Like people aren't there just being reckless, which is
Yeah.
thank God. But it is a crazy, crazy event. And it's good that it's getting the coverage it should. And are the athletes getting taken care of now enough? Like, do you feel it's fair? I know in the past, like I'm not pointing fingers. I am a former athlete. I just I want them to be taken care of. Like you guys are the show, you're the asset, and you're risking life and limb out there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's Red Bull's biggest event, and there's so many moving parts and so much that goes into it. So there is kind of a limit on what they can do for us. But I mean, for the most part, like they do take good care of us, and it is tough with the broadcast schedule and that whole deal as far as wind for us and getting the right timing for us to drop, and that's always been an issue. But other than that, like this year they raised the prize purse, and there's definitely more money coming in, which I think is a amazing step forward because what people are risking out there could be life changing. Like there's a lot on the line, and I feel like those dudes deserve to get paid for it. Like you look at football, like the dude sitting on the sidelines is making millions a year just like being there. And these guys are risking everything for next to nothing in comparison to other sports.
Yeah, and you can't just say, well, the coverage is so good, so you're going to get sponsors long term if you do well. Like that is a byproduct, but I think should be a real big bonus, and it catch 22, like it is your choice. If you're not
Yeah.
comfortable, then, but how do you say no to Rampage? Like that's where your sponsors want you to be. So the sponsor's happy, but then it really is tough, and you've answered it well. Like there are a lot of moving parts. There's always the
Yeah.
budgets. It costs a crazy amount to put a broadcast on of that magnitude. So props to Red Bull for doing that. Like that's big money. It goes on like NBC or something, I guess. I mean that's huge in
Yeah, dude,
America.
it's crazy, man, and I have a lot of respect and appreciation for everyone that puts it on. Like they work their asses off to set that up, and it's cool to have had the opportunity to be a part of it. And like knowing so many of the people, it's really like a big family. And when you get to the end, it's very surreal. Just the excitement and all this anticipation, and you get to the end, and having a successful event is that's amazing. Like just seeing that work out and everyone get to the bottom, and you know the event just happened another year for us. It's really cool to be a part of, and something I'm super grateful for.